Libra. Generosity often arrives like a quiet visitor in the night. It doesn't knock loudly, it doesn't announce itself. It simply slips into your life at the moment you thought nothing was left to hope for. You may not see it coming. One day, your heart feels heavy with questions, and the next, a door opens you never even touched. A door that was hidden, waiting, sealed with your name on it. Behind that door are blessings you didn't chase, opportunities you didn't beg for, and kindness you didn't expect. This isn't only about money or gifts, it is about hearts being moved toward you. It is about a soul deciding to reach out at just the right time. It is about divine timing weaving strangers and loved ones alike into your story, so you can remember that you were never overlooked. Libra, type this in the comments right now. I receive unexpected generosity. Do not write it as a dream, but as a truth you are stepping into. For words carry power, and what you declare with your tongue, you invite into your life. Stay with me until the end, because this message will not only tell you what is coming, it will remind you why it is coming. And when you understand that truth, every doubt that whispered you were forgotten will fall silent. The hidden struggles that others didn't see. Libra, there are parts of your story that no one truly knows. You've carried heavy weights in silence. And while others saw your smile, they never saw the quiet tears you wiped away in the stillness of the night. On the outside, you showed grace. You walked with balance. You kept your composure, even when your heart was trembling. But inside, you often asked yourself, will help ever come for me? You gave to people when your own hands were almost empty. You poured into friends, family, and even strangers, even when you had little left for yourself. You were the shoulder for others to lean on. The voice that encouraged them when they were weak, the soul that shared warmth when they were cold. And many times, Libra, you did all of this without anyone stopping to wonder how you were truly doing. But nothing you gave was wasted. Every act of kindness, every silent sacrifice, every seed of love you planted has been seen. The universe has recorded it. Heaven has kept account. And now, the same way you once showed up for others, unexpected generosity is about to show up for you. Your hidden struggles were not hidden forever. They were simply preparing a harvest. And now, Libra, the harvest is here. What you poured out in silence will return to you in abundance. The mystery of unexpected help. Libra, there is something breathtaking about the way help finds you when you least expect it. Generosity often chooses the moments when you feel most tired, when you've stopped asking, when you've laid down your requests and whispered, maybe it will never come. And then suddenly, in a way you could never plan or predict, kindness arrives. It may come in the voice of a friend who shows up without being asked, placing what you need into your hands at the very moment you had nothing left to give. It may appear in the smile of a stranger, someone who speaks life into you with words so perfectly timed you know they were guided by something greater than chance. It may unfold as a door that opens in your finances, in your work, or in your family, so seamless, so surprising that you cannot explain it by logic alone. Think about the seasons when you prayed for relief but saw no answer. You wondered if the skies were silent. Yet in the mystery of divine timing, the answer was not no, it was wait. Just as rain does not fall at your command, generosity will not arrive through your control. The clouds gather in their own hour. The wind shifts in its own moment. And then, when you least expect it, the sky breaks open and the rain falls. This is how unexpected generosity moves. It is like rainfall after a season of drought. You cannot trace the exact path of the clouds. You cannot hold the drops in your hands before they fall. But when the water touches the dry earth, life begins to stir again. Seeds that looked lifeless start to push through the soil. Flowers hidden beneath the dust begin to rise. What looked barren suddenly becomes fertile. And so it will be with you, Libra. That kindness, that breakthrough, that helping hand, it will arrive in the same way. You will not need to force it. You will not need to beg for it. It will appear as though heaven itself whispered your name into someone's spirit and said, "Go. It is time to bless them." The mystery of generosity is this: it rarely comes from the person you expect. Often the help you've been waiting for does not flow through the familiar hands you thought would be there. Instead, it comes from an unexpected source, a new connection, an unlikely door, or a person whose path crosses yours just once, yet leaves you changed forever. This is why you must stay open. Do not box in the way your blessing should arrive. Do not limit generosity to one channel. Sometimes the very hand you never imagined will be the one chosen to lift you. You may be asking, but why now? Why after such a long wait? Because Libra, divine generosity is never rushed and never late. It arrives in the exact moment you are ready to receive it. If it had come earlier, you may have doubted it, overlooked it, or even pushed it away. But now you are prepared to see it for what it truly is, a sign that you are seen, remembered, and worthy of care. Generosity is not luck. It is not random. It is not coincidence. It is a whisper from above that says, I see the weight you've carried, and I will not let you carry it alone any longer. And when it arrives, Libra, it will not only meet your need, it will remind you of the one who orchestrated it all. So, let your heart rest. Do not keep scanning the horizon and worry. The clouds are already forming. The help is already moving in your direction. And when the first drop falls, you will realize it was never about your striving. It was always about divine orchestration. The hand that gives will find you. Libra, somewhere in this wide world, a hand is already preparing to reach for you. It may not be today, it may not be tomorrow, but right now, in ways unseen, a heart is being stirred with your name on it. This is the mystery of generosity. It does not need you to chase it. It does not require you to beg for it. The one who is meant to bless you cannot resist the pull that is already awakening inside of them. They might not even understand why they suddenly feel led to help, to give, to open a door for you. But deep down, it is not them alone. It is the divine whispering, go. This is the one you must help. It could be someone you have known for years, someone who has silently watched your journey and feels moved to step forward at last. Or it could be a stranger, someone whose path crosses yours only once, yet in that single encounter, everything changes. Sometimes the hand of generosity comes from the least likely places. Just to remind you that life's blessings cannot be predicted or controlled. They can only be received. Think about the countless times you have helped others without thinking twice. You gave even when your own cup was running low. You shared even when you had little left to keep for yourself. And now, Libra, that cycle is returning to you. The energy you once released into the world has circled back, and the hand that gives will find you because you have already been the hand that gave. It might arrive in the form of resources you desperately need. It might look like a door opening in your career, your finances, or your relationships, an opportunity so well-timed, so carefully placed, that you cannot call it coincidence. Or it might be something less visible, but even more powerful. Someone choosing to believe in you, to speak life over you, to give you strength when you felt unseen. Generosity does not wander randomly. It is not luck. It is not chance. It is purposeful. It is heaven assigning someone to carry a blessing to you at the very moment when your shoulders are heavy, when the questions in your mind grow louder, when the silence around you feels unbearable. That is when help comes, so precise, so intentional, that you know without doubt, I am not alone. And Libra, you are not alone. Though your journey has felt silent, though you have carried burdens without applause, the hand that is meant to find you is already on its way. Like a traveler drawn to a destination by instinct, generosity is traveling toward you, and nothing can stop it. Not distance, not delay, not doubt. When that hand reaches you, you will realize something powerful. Generosity was never about the gift itself. It was about the reminder that you are seen, valued, and remembered. The hand that gives is proof that you have never walked this path unnoticed. So stay open. Do not close your heart in suspicion. Do not turn away because of past disappointments. The help you need may not look like what you imagined. It may not come from the person you expected. But it will be perfect, purposeful, and right on time. Libra, The hand that gives will find you. And when it does, it will not just fill your need. It will restore your faith that there is a rhythm to life, a timing to blessings, and a divine orchestration that never fails. Why you are a magnet for generosity. Libra, one of your greatest treasures is the heart you carry. You have a spirit that gives without needing to count, without needing to compare, without demanding recognition. This has set you apart. It has placed a mark on your life that heaven cannot ignore. Generosity finds you not by accident, but because you live in a way that attracts it. There were times when you gave your very last coin, not because you had more than enough, but because you could not bear to see someone else in need. There were moments when you forgave debts of money, debts of love, debts of trust, even when the pain was fresh in your own soul. And there were countless times when your words lifted others, when your smile became light for someone else's darkness, when your encouragement gave life to those who had almost given up. Each of these moments, Libra, was a seed. And though you may not remember every act of kindness, the universe does. Heaven remembers. Every gesture of love, every quiet sacrifice, every time you chose compassion over bitterness has been recorded. Nothing was wasted. Nothing was overlooked. This is why you are magnetic to generosity. It is not because life is trying to make it up to you. It is because fairness lives within your spirit. Balance flows in your nature. Kindness is written into your soul. What you once poured out is returning to you, not as charity, but as balance. This is not a handout. It is a harvest. You are not being given pity. You are receiving justice. You are not being handed leftovers. You are receiving what was always yours. Generosity is drawn to you because your life has created a field of attraction where goodness cannot help but return. Libra, understand this. You are not only a receiver of generosity, you are the reason it multiplies in the world. Your energy, your fairness, your love, your balance have made you a magnet. And now, in this season, generosity is circling back with greater force than when it first left your hands. When generosity arrives, receive it. Libra, so often you've been quick to give but slow to receive. You have stretched out your hands to lift others, yet when help stretched itself toward you, you pulled away. You whispered, "I don't want to be a burden. I'll figure it out. I'll carry this myself." You thought refusing was strength, but what you didn't see is that refusing generosity can sometimes close the very door that heaven opened for you. Unexpected generosity is not about burden, it is about blessing. It is not someone pitying you, it is someone being moved to honor you. When kindness arrives, do not explain it away as luck. Do not shrink back in discomfort. Do not dismiss it as something small. Open your hands, Libra. Allow yourself to be cared for. Let the gift remind you that your needs are just as important as the needs of those you have helped. Think of it this way. Every seed you planted in others has been growing in silence. Now the fruit is ready, and it is being handed back to you. If you refuse it, you refuse your own harvest. But if you receive it with gratitude, you allow the cycle of giving and receiving to be complete. Libra, heaven has been watching. The balance that defines your soul is being restored. Generosity is not charity, it is justice, and justice is now on your side. What comes into your life is not meant to make you feel small, but to lift you, to remind you that you are worthy of provision, worthy of care, worthy of love. Receive it with a grateful heart, because what you accept today will prepare you to give tomorrow at levels you never thought possible. The blessing you receive will not end with you. It will expand through you, and when it flows through you, even greater doors of generosity will open in the future. The healing power of generosity. Libra, there is a power in generosity that goes far beyond what the eyes can see. When a gift is placed in your hands, it is not only about what you hold, it is about what happens within you. This generosity that is coming your way will do more than provide. It will reach into the quiet corners of your heart, where old wounds have been waiting for healing. For years, you have carried the weight of neglect. Times when your efforts were not appreciated. Times when your love was not returned in equal measure. Times when you gave all you had, only to be left standing alone when you needed support. These experiences left marks, not always visible to others, but felt deeply within you. They created an ache, a whisper inside that sometimes asked, "Am I truly seen? Do I matter as much as those I pour into?" Generosity has the power to answer that question in a way words alone never could. Because when love takes action, when kindness arrives not as theory but as touch, as provision, as care, it speaks louder than any explanation. It whispers, "You are worthy of being cared for. Your needs are not invisible. Your pain was never ignored." And Libra, this is exactly what is coming. This generosity will calm the ache of being overlooked. It will soften the sting of neglect. It will replace the old memory of lack with the fresh memory of abundance. Where once you had to tell yourself to keep going with nothing in your hands, now you will remember what it feels like to have more than enough. Do not think of generosity only in terms of money or possessions. Generosity is love wearing skin. It is compassion stepping into motion. It is the divine using human hands and human voices to pour healing into your life. Sometimes it will come as a financial blessing. Other times it will come as a person who shows up when no one else does, or as an opportunity that restores what you thought was gone forever. All of these are generosity. All of them are healing. Think back to the times you felt left behind, seasons when others moved forward while you remained waiting. Moments when the silence around you made you question whether heaven had forgotten your name. Libra, the generosity on its way to you is heaven's way of answering those doubts. It is not only a supply for your hands, it is a medicine for your soul. This healing will do something powerful. It will restore your faith, not only in people, but in the rhythm of life itself. You will begin to see that timing was never working against you, it was working for you. The delay was not punishment, it was preparation. The silence was not absence, it was alignment. And now, at the exact moment you are ready to receive, generosity is arriving. The wounds you carried from the past, times of neglect, times of loneliness, times of being unseen, will not define your future. Instead, they will become proof of how far you've come. When generosity touches you now, it will not just fill what is empty, it will rewrite the story you once told yourself. Where there was pain, there will be peace. Where there was bitterness, there will be gratitude. Where there was doubt, there will be unshakable faith. And Libra, once this healing begins, it will not stop with you. It will ripple outward, restoring the way you see others, restoring the way you see yourself, and restoring the way you see the divine timing of your life. The healing power of generosity is that it transforms more than circumstances, it transforms hearts. And very soon, your heart will feel that transformation. The ripple effect. Libra, when generosity reaches you, it does not end with you, it begins with you. The blessing that is on its way is not meant to stop in your hands. It is meant to flow through your life like a river, creating ripples that touch far more than you can imagine. You already know how to give. You have proven it in countless ways. You have been generous even in your seasons of lack, sharing encouragement when your own spirit was tired, offering love when your own heart was aching, and giving when you barely had enough for yourself. Because of this, when generosity now finds you, it will not shrink you. It will expand you. It will take what you already are and multiply it. Think of water pouring into a cup. At first, the cup fills, and you feel the joy of having what you need. But generosity does not stop when you are full. It keeps pouring until the water spills over the edge. That overflow is what begins to touch the people around you. Your family, your friends, even strangers who will one day benefit from the kindness that found its way to you. This is the ripple effect, Libra. One act of generosity toward you becomes 10 acts of generosity through you. What enters your life as a gift becomes a seed that multiplies in the lives of many. The kindness you receive will be planted again through your words, through your actions, and through your spirit. And because you already know the weight of struggle, your giving will carry a depth that heals others in ways you may never fully see. Generosity is never meant to be hoarded. It is meant to move. It is meant to multiply. And very soon, the blessing coming into your life will prove that truth. The ripple will start in your hands, Libra, but it will not stop there. It will keep traveling, reaching hearts, changing lives, and creating a legacy of kindness that will outlive the moment itself. Libra, hear these words clearly. Generosity is not far from you. It is already drawing near. It will not send you warnings or long announcements. It will appear suddenly, like the first light of dawn breaking through after a long and restless storm. Just as the sun rises, whether or not you are ready to see it, generosity will rise in your life. And when it does, you will understand that you were never forgotten, never abandoned, never unseen. The moments when you felt overlooked will be silenced by this blessing. The seasons where you walked with empty hands will be answered by this abundance. The doubts that whispered that no one cared will be quieted when generosity finally knocks at your door. Type it one last time in the comments. I receive unexpected generosity. Do not write it as a hope. Write it as a confession, as a truth that you are sealing into your spirit. Each word you speak is like a key unlocking what is already moving toward you. Stay connected, Libra. Subscribe, because more confirmations and more divine messages are on the way. Each one is another piece of the greater puzzle of your destiny, guiding you closer to the life prepared for you. Walk forward with this assurance. What you once gave in silence is now returning loudly. What you once sowed in hidden places is now blooming in the open. Unexpected generosity is not just a promise. It is already in motion, already traveling, already seeking you out. Libra, step boldly into your season of generosity. Your time has come.